So what do you think about our services? Oh.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So
It's still there.
what's up guys, Steven Dux here. I'm here with all my students from Tier 3 program, and he's been out of program for 3 months, and this is Tom.
Hi, Steve. Hi guys, my name is Tom. I'm a local restaurant owner here, and I've been in the restaurant business for about 11 years, and I just recently started trading penny stocks.
So why did you choose penny stocks?
Well, being in restaurant business, it's tough. You know, there's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress because human resource. People not showing up for work.
Yeah, you're right.
And food costs is going up, and it's tough to being in restaurant. You have to be there all the time.
Yeah, so
So
it's full time.
yeah, gotta be there full time. So I wanna find something that can make profit, and maybe later on change to full time trading.
I think for most of the jobs, especially like restaurant, as an owner, you have to deal with a lot of stuff, and you always have to think. You cannot focus on one thing, so you're always running and working. And I think restaurant opens at some restaurant opens at 8, some restaurant opens at 11.
Yeah, mine's open like 11, and it ends like 10.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's extended hours.
So that's about 10 hours every day plus the weekend. So in trading, sometimes you don't need to look at the market for the entire day. Sometimes you only need to sit in front of the computer for maybe 2 hours. Then you're off the day, you can do things you want. I think that's one of the benefits from trading in the market. So what do you think about our services?
I like it. I like that chat room. It's a lot of fun. And I like that daily Dux. I think before 8 o'clock every day, or sometime around there, 8 p.m. You guys post a watch list every day. It's really helpful. It helps me recap what happened that day and what you look for tomorrow.
Yeah. So typically in our daily Dux, we lay out our plans to trade before the trade happens. We also do a watch list the day before, and sometimes a place happens in the morning, so we'll have to be in the chat room and giving real-time thought process, because most of the play comes from yesterday. Only small amount of new plays comes in the morning. Do you have any suggestions for our chat room?
I like to see the chat room with new features, maybe like a bulletin board, because I see a lot of new members coming in, and they all ask the same question, like which broker to use. Like when the admin say something, sometimes it gets bumped up so much, and we can't see it. We have to scroll up. So something in the nature where you can only show like admin chats, because that's all I pay attention to. Sometimes the member chat is fun too, but I would like stick to more of that admin alerts.
Yeah, because I think you need all needs to be more focused. Sometimes they get off the stocks and talk about something else. So I'll probably add a bulletin board on the left or on the right, and basically shows admin messages, and also shows the basic questions that what broker I use, what's the instruction, how to use our database, our monthly report, all that good stuff. So what do you think about our webinars?
Oh, I like that webinars. Usually, like the webinars, I make like sometimes 20 to 30% on webinars. Just because I see you live trade, and then I know what you're doing, and then I follow it. And usually, when there's a good pattern, and when you get in on the stock, I will get in big position too. And it's very profitable.
Sometimes you go in with the right pattern because people needs to know what good pattern is, what patterns to trade. But if you don't know what you're trading and you go in with somebody else that either they don't know what they're doing or they don't have good enough track record, then it will be very, very difficult to make money because some of people in this industry, they buy it with the subscriber and they sell into the subscriber. So in the end, people who bought it make money, but subscribers or people who, or students of theirs cannot make a profit from. So how much have you made for the past 3 months?
Well, my account is really small. I did this to like a test. I put like 6K in, and last month I made like 8.5.
Okay.
0.5K, yeah. In next month, I think I'm gonna get in like put like 50K or 100K in. So actually, you know, be more careful in trades, not to get in on stocks that doesn't have pattern. So I'll be more careful when I actually, you know, start trading instead of testing the stock market.
Yeah, I think in trading, especially in the beginning, if you make profits and you have to practice for, I would say, a couple months, and I think that's good enough, and you know what all the good pattern is. Once you pull in a decent amount of money into the market, now the safe way I do it, or the safe way I do it is if you made 100%, let's say another 50,000 from a $50,000 investment, you just pull out the 50,000 just in case. Then you can start generating more because you don't have that stress, you don't have that pressure. Because once you take a decent loss, you don't feel that much because it's all my profit. And I think that's one of a good way to reduce your stress from the market.
Yeah, when we have webinars, it's Sunday and Thursday. Usually the Thursday ones I do really well because I don't have that stress because when I see what you're doing, I feel like I know what I'm doing. And then like say one day I will make you know, with $6,000 I will make like maybe the max per day was like 2,700. You know, I can see myself with 50K account, I can make at least 10K a day, sometimes worth 15K.
Yeah.
So it seems like the easier trades, well, the pattern trade, that trades has a really good pattern. It's really easy.
It's really easy.
Yeah. And then the harder, and then the ones that doesn't really have really good pattern, it's really hard. It's stressful. It doesn't wanna, you know, go the way you want, or it you have to wait a while.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I like easy trades. I'm gonna, you know, try to stay away from ones that doesn't have pattern, and then get in heavy on the ones that does. And I think that's the hardest part about trading, is not overtrade.
Yeah, that's probably the part I'm still struggling on as well, but I'm not struggling as much. I used to do that, and once I started learning in the process, I select out all the patterns I don't need to trade, select out the patterns I need to trade, to be able to make at least generating 70 to 80% winning percentage. And sometimes I do make small mistakes, but for now I think personally I'm doing pretty good just by focusing on the patterns and how to size it in and size it out. So I think people who are struggling in the market, try to study your win and losses, and why did you lose, why did you win, and what kind of strategies are behind it. So choose all the winning strategies and only trade those patterns, then you can be sufficient in the market. So we have provided 2 extra services. One is monthly report, one is strategic database for penny stocks, and I don't see any people are doing it. So what do you think of our new services?
Yeah, I like the monthly reports. Wow, there's tons of information. I can go back on and review it, and then get more familiar with the patterns and the graphs. It's helpful. The more I see, the more familiar I get, and I can use it for later trades and spot good entries with it. Yeah, the percentages is there. I mean,
Yeah.
we see it, everybody see it, so it's very helpful.
Yeah, I think there's one factor that helps you guys a lot is I think we adapt to the market because the monthly report is the current monthly report, so basically helps you adapt in the previous month. And we found out there's a gap up short that typically pushes 20 to 25% in the morning. Then we use that to pick our entries, and that is a very, very good. We have done it several times, and we basically top tick the stock and made extra 10 to 20% than usual. And I think that is the way to improve your trading performance just by tracking all those data, trying to adapt to the market, and try to think another strategies can improve your previous one. So where do you see yourself in trading in next 2 or 3 years?
Well, I'm hoping I sell that restaurant and then just go travel and then go on vacations and trade only like 9 to 11 a.m. At different places, in the world.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate goal, I guess.
To travel?
Yeah, just travel around and then get up in the morning, trade, and go play.
The time, I think the time difference will be very difficult because there's different time zones that you have to get up very early. Sometimes you have to wake up in 3 a.m., especially in Hawaii. But
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's it's a couple hours, maybe 4 hour.
yeah, it shouldn't be that long if you. I think when you are traveling, you make better decisions because you don't want to spend that much time, and you want to make your time as much as sufficient as possible. So you only can really see the good plays because when I'm traveling, I make much more profit when I'm sitting at home and getting bored and looking at the computer and start over trading.
So I have a question. I've been talking with other members. Some of them making like anywhere from 10K to even 300K. How do you feel when your students making so much? Like 300K within like 3 months? Do you feel very satisfied? Do you feel like you accomplished something really good?
Yeah, I do really feel satisfied because it really proves that my strategy works and it has better performance because I spend so much work accumulating other strategies and try to get the best strategy out there and to really help people how to really profiting from the stock market instead of following other people and not be self-sufficient. And this will be a really good long run for people who want to stay in this game. But for people that just want to follow alerts, just want to make money from alerts, I think this is, it doesn't satisfy me when you make money, but when you can be self-sufficient and make money on your own based on my strategy, I can also improve on my strategies. That's where I feel, that's how I really feel I accomplished something. That's it for today. Some people are looking forward for me to do an interview with my students, so here it is. And thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.
And good luck in the stock market.